seat do you want?
I'll get that one.
Well, you did leave your jumper on it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you did.
It's all my safe space.
Actually, let me just quickly.
Well, when they see my jumper there, they're like, "Yep, Bailey, he's a regular here." It's like reserve that spot for him.
Oh, that's a bit bright, isn't it?
Yeah, a little.
Yes. And probably change it to the white one.
It's like burning my retinas.
Oh my
That's because I just got up.
Oh my gosh. Not the best start. Yeah. Oh my gosh, my hair.
I think there might be some vodka in that orange juice.
Yeah. I've never had a screwdriver, but
Yeah.
it tastes nice. I do realize I just drank first and then did that.
Yeah,
You're supposed to do it the other way.
No, that's why people go ahead and scold him in the comments.
Yeah. To be honest, when I go to a bar, I usually drink it by myself.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Matt Science here, and today I am back for another anime versus reality podcast with TotalGamerJunkie.
Hey, everyone.
He did mention his real name earlier though.
Yeah, Bailey.
Yeah. I'm not gonna reveal my real name though.
I will though.
No, don't you dare. Anyways, today we are talking about Death Parade.
Yeah, and I just want to apologize because he told me about the anime, so I did watch it, and I watched it again last night to refresh my memory. So I've only seen it twice. So
Hey, don't worry. I've only seen it once, and it was not long after I watched Death Note.
yeah, okay.
So my knowledge of it may be old,
Yeah.
but a lot of it is very memorable
Okay.
because it's short and fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we are also joined by Mello and also Cloud, I think it was. Yeah. By the way, Cloud, you can join the voice chat if you want. By the way, Mello, you should probably just set it back to just anyone just joining.
I know, I already have it open to everyone.
Okay, cool. So yeah, spoilers for Death Parade today.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, go and watch it first before watching this, because it is awesome.
Yeah, unless you like spoilers.
Yeah, unless you like spoilers, go ahead and watch it.
Yeah.
Also,
I cannot watch it.
one last thing.
I don't have the entire
I
series.
do apologize about the new background. Currently in the process of updating on the podcast stuff.
Hey, what'd you say, Milo? I didn't.
Mello.
Mello, sorry.
I said I can only watch anime if the entire series has been spoiled for me.
Okay, yeah. So you know whether or not you're watching whether or not it's good.
Yeah.
That's a joke, but alright.
Okay.
I might have too much vodka in this.
Alright, so what do you want to talk about?
Let's start the opening like we did with Death Note.
Okay, yeah, and the bar scene.
Yeah. Well, you can't really say the bar scene
Right.
because
It's all yeah.
bar. It's bar and then the other sort of off rooms
Yeah, but
where they play the games.
It
and
opens
the
with
piano.
the bar, right?
No, it actually opens on all the characters pointing different directions.
Oh, well, I'm off to a bad
Elevator.
start right now.
Yeah. You might have too much vodka in yours as well.
Yeah, I woke up too early. That's the point, but yeah, so
Yeah. I honestly don't really remember the opening that much, but it is definitely like compared to Death Note, is a lot better of an opening, and we can compare it to Death Note because it's the same company that made Death Parade and Death Note.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing I remember from it is like all the different things that you can see in the foreground. It's like when they have Quinn, Chiyuki, and the white-haired chick. I forget how.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they have the three of them. Oh, Nina, that's right. They have it's like the three of them standing behind the bar with all these different sort of game stuff in front of them.
Yeah, it's because the bar is meant to be purgatory, right?
Yes.
And
Getting into just major spoiler territory there.
Yeah, because the bar is purgatory, and it's. I'm just trying to remember it right. Isn't it meant to be like just a way to mess with people to see what they do?
So really the setup of the bar is it is purgatory, but it's for very exact situations where two people die at the exact same time.
Yeah, because I remember when I was watching that one, there was this man and woman. The woman was like later on in the anime, she's smashing his head up against a slot machine or something.
No, oh, you mean the arcade machine?
Yeah, the arcade machine. That's it.
Yeah, that is like I forget what episode that is. That is that's in like the second half, I think.
Second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they can be judged by other people there based on what they do.
Well, we're really just getting into the episode straight away, aren't we?
Yeah.
Before any of the games start, that a character has to press a button, which starts a roulette thing, and that determines the game that they're going to play.
Yeah. What do you think of the button?
I'd press it.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice looking button.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice and red.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind like a torquay, or
there's some deep, very good experience craftsmanship behind that button. Just from
Yeah.
Just the whole episode just dedicated to making
there
the
really no space wasted.
Yeah. Oh, there's another video you can make. Top
Honestly,
10
the button's my
anime
favorite character.
Nah.
Pardon, what were you saying?
No, number one, Death Parade.
Yeah. But yeah, the button starts sort of like a roulette thing that's behind the bar, which is actually predetermined. Before it's like predetermined. It doesn't matter what square it lands on. It's going to be that one thing. And I only really know that because I read of a test episode that was released before Death Parade. Called
Test episode.
It was like the test concept episode, Death Billiards. I told you of that yesterday.
Death Billiards. Oh, I didn't go watch that one.
Well, it's probably not even out there anymore. That's the thing. But there are references to that episode, or at least just the billiards table in the anime. So there's a reference to it in the opening, where the first one is the first sport that appears.
It flashes
the first
there's
game
a
that
where it
appears
goes
in the
between flashes of
opening
different games.
with the names is billiards. So it's
I think
basically
if I remember correctly,
calling
it's
out the
Billiards
fact that it's
starts
the first
air
one.
hockey, something, bowling.
Yeah, there was an air hockey episode, but later on, towards the back
in the
end,
opening,
when
that's what I'm talking
Nina's
about.
talking to the Lotus guy,
Yeah.
there's also a pool table there,
Yeah.
and they're both playing pool.
Yeah. We never figured billiards out. Like I could play. I know pool, but not billiards.
They're similar.
Well, yeah, they're very similar.
They're similar enough.
Like billiards,
There's not
isn't billiards just like the two
skill
different
that
colors?
Because I know like
The skill it takes to play pool translates to billiards, easily, and back and forth. It's like if you've played one, it's not too hard to get good at the other.
Yeah, because I know it's like with pool, whatever ball you sink first, whether it has the big circle or the small circle on it, you got to sink all of those before you can sink the black one.
Well, it's a bit different in the episode. What happened was it was red balls and blue balls. So, and like, it was just like red balls for one character, blue balls for another character, sort of thing. And that's really it. It's just like they just basically the rules are you play the game, and through the process of the game, you actually learn that you died.
Yeah. But what if someone's like so good, then they just sink it all in one go?
Well, that is
then the other
actually
person just dies.
Yeah. So that's actually a thing. One of the characters was a pool champion, like really good at pool.
Yeah. Oh, what's his name?
No. In the test episode.
Oh,
or like the concept episode that came out before Death
I'm
Note.
thinking of something else. I'm thinking of a whole level.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of the Lotus guy.
The Lotus guy.
I don't remember his name at all.
I'm working on a whole nother level here. I don't know what's going on.
I will interrupt this at this point because, like last podcast, I did a quiz again. This time for which Death Parade character am I?
Yeah.
And I got Miyu. Which is the
yeah, I guess it's my turn.
The brown haired chick that goes to the other bar.
Now it's my
turn.
Wait,
you got the fan of the one idol guy.
Harada.
That's funny. Yeah.
I honestly do not have a problem with that at all.
Yeah.
Let me take this quiz now. Let me see who I am.
You take the quiz there, Bailey. Melody, do you want to take the quiz as well or not?
I cannot at the moment.
Okay, that's all good. So yeah, another thing in the opening is that if you're paying attention to the background of when Nina and the other chick with the eye patch is in the foreground, just
Quinn.
No, not Quinn. Oh,
drinking.
Oh yeah, Quinn.
No, that's her name. Her name's Quinn. The white-haired dude.
Yeah. When it shows Nina and Quinn just drinking, if you pay attention to the background, you can actually see Chiyuki skate past on ice skates.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
I did not notice it at first, but I've seen the opening so many times that now I'm just like, you can just see in the background Chiyuki just skate by and no, Quinn's the bartender.
The girl with the eye patch. She was originally the bartender.
Oh yeah.
But then moved to the memory place.
That's right.
It is
when you have so many characters with the same sort of hair color, it does get confusing. Because you got Nina that sort of has like light bluish sort of white hair. Then you got Quinn, which has like very white hair,
brown,
almost, or like grayish. And then you got Decim, who has just white hair.
Alright, I got it.
Who?
Clavus.
Oh, you got the elevator dude.
Oh, yeah.
You might just be a hipster.
Mr.
You
Green
enjoy
hair, bro.
people watching, deep conversations, getting to know others. You are a big music fan who always wants to share their feelings. Your greatest attribute is your welcoming personality. I agree with the last one. That is my greatest attribute. Or maybe my greatest attribute.
When did the green hair bro talk about how he liked music? What?
What? I didn't hear that.
I don't remember that.
What? We didn't hear
With
that.
the guy you got, it said something along the lines of like enjoys music or something. When does it ever say that Mr. Elevator himself likes music?
Well, it says here at the description, you might just be a hipster. You enjoy watching deep conversations and getting to know others. You are a big music fan who always wants to share their feelings. Your greatest attribute is your welcoming personality. I know, what is that? That's his thing. Elevator music. That's what he loves.
Yeah.
That's his jam.
Elevator.
I guess.
What he loves more than elevator music is the Redux.
Redux?
Yeah, you know, like a remix?
No, I don't know.
Like you got elevator music, and then you got like regular music, and like those people, and they redo it, you know, same song, and they add things like.
I don't really know that.
How do you not know that? That's
because I listen to very specific, like very exact music. That's my problem.
Well, there's people like on YouTube, Nightcore, who do stuff like that.
I used to be into Nightcore.
Used to be.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, I just listen to anime OPs now.
Alright, speaking of, getting back on Death Parade.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy the ending?
It is a pretty sad ending.
Yeah?
I really liked it. It so perfectly captures where the opening is supposed to be a complete contrast to the tone of the show. The ending captures the tone incredibly well. It's just while
somber.
it is like the electric guitar or whatever,
Yeah,
somehow
like the
they made
guitar.
it sound so eerie. Even though it's not typically an eerie instrument, it's like a more
It's how it's played.
in your face one. Yeah.
And also you have
But
Destin
it's just-
controlling the puppet at the piano.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
missed that puppet.
Hmm?
I missed that puppet.
Really? You missed it? Doesn't it show a shot of it during the ending?
Yeah, I know. I want to see more of the puppet. That's why I miss it.
Ah, okay. I thought you said missed as in you just completely didn't see it.
I want the puppet that plays the piano to have its own series.
And also, like, the very end, it just has a puppet of Chiyuki just sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's, like, the big idea of the series was not really the games themselves, it was more Nina testing if humans can work with the arbiters. Like,
Yeah.
and the games were just like, they were just there to fill it out.
They were just
Yeah, the games
like
were
the test
used to
subjects.
put the players under enough stress to where they're, like, the darkness of their heart came out.
Yeah, wasn't it they wanted to see if it was possible, if these people would succumb to the darkness. It wasn't like, okay, we have to get all these people to succumb.
Yeah, it's just like, who would succumb to the darkness first?
That's something that, what's the, Chuki? That's the girl with the black hair, right?
Yeah, the black hair with the white streak.
Yeah, she brings up in one of the episodes that what she, like, has, like, an outburst about it where what they're doing isn't bringing out the darkness in someone's heart, they're just creating it. If you guys remember that, it's the...
I think that's the second,
She's
or
like
the third episode, the second game that happens.
No,
that's
this
like the...
This is like...
No, because that's when she's talking about how she didn't pick up on the emotion that the wife was feeling. It was it was like episode 6 or 7 or something. I don't know. It was a later episode where she's talking about how what they're doing isn't showing the darkness that's there. They're putting them under stress to create it because every person has a certain amount of it, and they're just amplifying it.
Yeah, like,
and then judging it based on how they keep their composure.
Yeah, like
Not
everyone
actually
has a
if
breaking
they're a
point.
bad person or not.
Except for the episode where we're in a different bar. That's like the only one that's like, it's not really about showing the darkness. It actually ends up being the complete opposite.
Yeah, that was what?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that episode. I kind of didn't like it. It just felt weird.
Out of place.
I personally,
Yeah.
I like the fact that we actually got to see a different bar, because at the point that it came out, it's like, we've seen so much of this bar, we need a bit of a set change.
Yeah, because the bar's really the main setting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, well, not the main setting, but it's like the bar's the focus throughout the series.
I think the reason I didn't like it was because I liked the reasoning behind what the motives behind the people a lot more in all the other episodes, like throughout the other games, than I did that one. I just kind of was like watching it and being like, okay, I know how this is gonna end. Like, let's just get it over with. Kind of.
I like the fact that rather than being about the darkness of the characters, it's Miyu just sacrificing herself because Harada was about to fall.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of clear that was going to happen.
Yeah, but you know, it's like this. It's all about the darkness in people, creating the darkness. And I was thinking, okay, well, she's not gonna save him. Okay, even though she wants to, she's not gonna. Give her life.
It's sort of like that one episode. It's very contradictory to the main concept of the show and the bars themselves actually show that as well. Because like Quindecim, it's very dark, sort of. I wouldn't say grungy. I'm trying to think of the right word. It's like it's more adult.
Yeah.
But the bar that we go into where Miyu shows up, it's more. It's not really like a bar. It's like
it's an illusion.
No, it's like a bar for kids.
It's more
for like
a
bar for teenagers.
Like in the way it looks.
Yeah. And it's much more lit up. It's sort of inviting you to the fact that this episode's not going to be as dark.
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe if they ever make another one, it will be about teenagers. And
that was a good way to set it up.
Will be
And also, like, they show that the bartender from that bar in the opening, so they have to include it somehow. Oh, that just reminds me of the one episode where Decim and the other guy, the other bartender, end up getting into a fight. That one, honestly,
it was pretty cool. He's like disguised as a kid.
Yeah.
The one where he's disguised as a kid and he tries to do whatever water thing, and then Decim's just like, no, with the wires or whatever, the strings.
Yeah. By the way, the fact that a kid was able to go into the bar, that's very that is where I'd question things straight away.
Well, you know, like there are sometimes there's actually this rare disease that a person can like age normally, but their body physically doesn't. It slowly ages, so you know maybe the kid suffers from that disease. It's like
I feel like it was intentionally just supposed to be a kid that happened to die at the same time as that dude.
Fine, what'd you say?
What did you say, Mel?
Like, it's not like a big I don't think the fact that it's a bar plays into the people that come there. I think it's just that it's just purgatory, so anyone who, like, any person that would die would go to one like it. Because arbiters don't just judge people that have, because, people die at all ages.
Yeah.
So, like, it wouldn't really matter if it was a kid or whatever.
Yeah, but if you want to get into the arbiters and that, if the purgatory really for everyone, or is the purgatory based off the arbiter's personality? Like what if the purgatory is a bar, because that's where what's his name?
Dessen.
Yeah, that's where he died, in a bar.
I don't think the arbiters actually people, or like people that died.
Yeah, but that, I'm just saying it'd be an interesting concept
Yeah.
to have the arbiters who are part of the purgatory. The purgatory you see is where they last were when they were alive before dying.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like a memory of theirs.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what the viewers think about that as well.
But at the same time, Quindecim, the bar, is Quinn was in charge of it first.
Quinn was,
so
yeah.
It would have been.
Quinn was.
So it would have been something of hers then, if that was the case.
Yeah.
That's
the hole in your idea there. Quinn owned the bar first, and then she handed it over to Dessen.
Yeah, it's like just a neat. It's a neat little thing, even though it makes no sense.
Yeah. Like, it might make sense with the other guy.
Which other guy?
The other bartender, because we don't find out much about that history.
Yeah.
But I think it's just arbiters don't not people that died. It's more like there might be people that were created for the job.
Okay.
Because there's like a whole you got a whole business going here.
It's like what Rule 3: arbiters cannot feel human emotions, for they are dummies, or whatever. And it's like they've never lived, they've never died. They're just dummies meant to judge people's souls.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they weren't supposed to have human emotion.
Yes, so it doesn't cloud their judgment.
Well, hey,
I agree.
Just so you know, Dr. Blue, we are recording right now.
Oh, my bad. What y'all recording?
We're talking about Death Parade.
A podcast about Death Parade. What?
We're talking about Death Parade.
The anime?
Oh.
Have you seen it?
Y'all on that satanic... You said Death Parade? Yeah, I seen the anime.
12 episodes.
Yeah. Alright, but I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and finish that up. I just
okay.
Alright, well, we'd love to have you back some other time.
Yeah. It would be fun to have a lot more people in the podcast.
Y'all got it.
Yeah. Alright, bye, person.
Nah, I'm good.
Pardon me.
You see that? How to Lose a Guy in 10 Seconds by Bailey Nelson.
Wow, you just give away your full name there.
Yeah, I don't care. YouTube's like, I do YouTube for fun. It's not like I'm not serious about it.
I am serious about it.
I'm semi-serious. That's why I'm not going to say your name.
Yeah. Although, if you go through my history, you'll find out. Like, I have mentioned my first name in the past.
No, I like it. And that's why on my channel we will link to those videos.
No. You're never going to find those. You would have to search really hard to find those. Actually, surprisingly, you wouldn't.
Challenge accepted.
I've already got it saved in a playlist.
It's like you say you have to search really hard for it, and he just scrolls through your videos, and there's one like, "What is my first name?" is the title, and you just click on it. It's like 5 seconds, and you just say it. No,
there was a game series that I did way in the past, and I accidentally said my name.
Oh, way in the past. Thanks for the clue. I know it's way in the past now. All right.
In a
I'm on the
galaxy
hunt.
I did it way back in the first 100 episodes.
Oh, even better.
You're just like narrowing it down right now.
It's almost like you want us to find out.
It's like what was the game?
I have not saved the game.
Okay, what month did you?
What color shirt were you wearing that day?
I cannot say that. I don't remember.
What was the weather like?
Why is it
What's your
so to do an investigation on me?
We're asking the questions here.
Yeah. Don't
You
try
want me
and
to challenge you to a game of darts?
Darts? Oh god. Wait, do you even have a dart board here?
No, I was just bringing it back around to Death Parade. That's what I was
right,
doing.
yeah,
Yep, first episode.
Yeah, plus bars normally have.
Which was called
Episode.
Death 7 Darts, I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. It was just like,
yeah,
each episode was
that.
just like, when it was a game episode, it was like death and then what the name of the game was.
Yeah.
Although, it is interesting that they started off with darts.
Yeah.
And it was actually like, throw a dart at the board and where you hit, the other person gets hurt.
Yeah.
So it gets hurt in that one spot.
You can stab a person's eye out. You get a bullseye.
That does happen.
Yeah.
Like, one, like the
bullseye
wife
doesn't get
gets a
that.
bullseye.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that?
I don't think the bullseye gets it. Doesn't the
No,
the
no. Oh, that's
the 20
right.
point the 20-point strip gets it.
Yeah,
Like the 20-point strip, or was it 40?
But
I don't know. It's one of the two.
at the end of it, one of the characters does hit a bullseye.
Yeah.
Like,
Does the bullseye? I'm just trying to remember. I know Does the bullseye? I'm getting tongue tied here. The bullseye kills them, right?
no.
No, or does it take out 9?
I think it was heart, actually. Like, if you hit the bullseye, you're basically hitting heart.
Yeah, but I don't think they did because I know that it ends when he hits the stomach. Like the 20-point or whatever on the stomach.
No. At the
And
very
then-
end, like the very last dart gets thrown, but and it hits a bullseye, but it hits. It's like, I think it was the wife's throw at the end.
What I'm gonna have to do is
Like one of them, it's one of them. No, it is the wife that has the throw that gets is on the last dart. She throws it at hers, or it might have been. I
we
forget.
really got.
It's
like,
one
right
character
this-
has one last dart. The other character tries to like interfere,
Yeah.
and in the process, rather than
No, he
hitting
has-
their dartboard on the bullseye, it hits the other person's dartboard on the bullseye.
We seriously got to write this down. Like next time we just come in, we got like borderline. We got okay.
No, I'm not
episodes.
rewatching episodes. I have a thing for not rewatching stuff.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. Like
Yeah, you can do that, you
Next
can
one
do
we're
that.
watching, I'm gonna write down just some bunch of stuff. Because I'm no good in the morning, and that way it can help me
Yeah.
remember. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Were you gonna say something, Mello?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was pretty sure it ends off with so he gets tied up and she talks about how there was another guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he takes a dart and charges at her after she hits the bullseye then.
Yeah. Like,
Because he has one last dart and he picks it up and tries to charge at her and stab her specifically. And that's why Decim, ties him back.
there's also, like, the fact that at the very start of the game, they're like, we'll purposely miss the dartboard.
Maybe take a look
Yeah.
at this.
But then, I think it was the wife that hit the dartboard first. and she's like, I did it on accident.
No, they don't think, the guy doesn't think it's actually gonna happen, so they're just playing normally, and he hits it, and then she gets pain in her shoulder, I think it was.
Oh yeah, I think it might have just been they hit.
She throws it.
No, what happened? I think it was.
And then she's like, it might just be placebo, and then she throws it, and then he gets hit, and it hurts him, and then they're like, okay, so it definitely actually happened. Like, the pain is actually real, and then they decide that they're gonna start missing it.
Okay.
But then, because he remembers that at one point that he overheard that he thought that she was cheating on him,
yeah,
he then thinks about that, and then throws it as he's thinking about it, and it hits something, and that's where it, like, spirals out of control.
Yeah. But there's also the bowling episode. That one was a fun one because it was like it was a completely different thing from the darts, and I think it was after the darts, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the next one after darts.
But yeah, that one was a fun one because it's like.
Do you remember the car crash for the darts?
Yeah, it was the car crash. Car goes off the cliff and they both die together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this,
because he thought that she was cheating on him, so she was getting messages from someone, and she said she wasn't gonna check it, but he thought that it was the guy that she was cheating on him with. So
that was
he
the guy
tried
in the car,
to grab it, and they went off the ocean.
The guy in the car that just decided, screw it, I'm gonna kill us both.
And the bowling episode.
The bowling episode was a fun one because it's more the fact of like identity crisis rather than anything else. Because like the chick actually,
they die on the bus.
The chick gets like a face transplant or stuff like that, or like
plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery, yeah, that's what it is.
It's plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery to
like.
Plastic surgery and face transplant are completely different.
I know. I don't know why, but I was thinking of Face Off. Remember that?
Yeah.
I actually haven't watched it, but I know of it.
Yeah, but she gets plastic surgery that way, dude.
To look like the girl that the guy likes.
Yeah, that moved away. And actually, something that I really liked about that is at first she thinks that's her because she wanted to be that person so bad.
And it's
that
not
in her mind when she can't remember. She remembers that before her own name. And I think that's really cool how they do that. Is that she remembers this person that she wanted to be so badly more than she does her actual and she does herself.
Yeah, and the fact that she is not who she says she is not revealed until the very end. It is just like you're left thinking that's her because that's how it's set up.
Misdirection.
Misdirection
of a character.
And it's not like a plot hole or anything.
That's actually something cool that most stories don't do. Like in writing, it's not often where, unless it's for a specific suspenseful moment, it's normally the opposite way around, where the reader or the person watching it does know something that the characters in it don't know. But in this case, we had no idea, and the characters knew.
Yeah, I like it when that happens in anime where you think one thing's gonna happen, then a few animes that like do this really, I'd say, take Mirai Nikki for example. Have you ever seen that?
Have not.
No. How am I saying it? Mellow or
Mellow?
Mellow. Okay. Yeah.
Like marshmallow.
Yeah, like marshmallow.
Yeah.
So you've
Um,
seen Mirai Nikki, haven't you?
No, I have not.
Oh well, because it's a pretty.
But I know the general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
'cause
has a lot of stuff spoiled for him
Yeah.
on Future Diary.
Well, it's pretty good, like, because the twist is, okay, you got 12 people who have to fight each
Hey,
other.
don't say too much.
The one remaining.
We're gonna be saving that for later.
Yeah, I know, we're going to see it, but that's for
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the whole
Go
point
ahead.
of it, like, so you got 12 people fighting to become the new god, only one of them can, because the other god's dying. And it mainly focuses on these two people, Yuno and Yuki.
Yeah.
And and you find out at the end that like the the girl you've been following with isn't the original and that she ended up creating a second world, and it's completely mind blowing.
So not only is it spoilers for Death Parade Day, it's also spoilers for Future Diary.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the setup is so perfect, and then you see, okay, she knows these things and knows what's to do because of the previous timeline.
Mm-hmm.
And the reasons why she did this is later explained as well, and you're like, oh, okay.
I honestly, at some point, I want to do I want to do a sort of story where it's a crossover between Ruby and Death Parade.
Yeah,
That'd be a fun one.
You know, like, I like
do.
making my own stories too.
Like, honestly, I'd focus in on Bumblebee.
From Transformers?
No! You know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I was just like, Bumblebee, Transformers. Yeah, all your Ruby characters are actually Transformers.
No. So Blake and Yang.
Ah, that's a good one.
Because I feel like Bumblebee would be a good choice for crossover, because it's like, other than the fact that they're a really popular group on the Ruby fandom. It's like, what happened? And you might just think nothing really happened, like nothing bad, and they just happen to die. And then it's like, partway through the episode, it's like you hint at like something bad did happen, but at the very end, it's like it wasn't them.
Go on.
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
That's the whole idea.
I thought you were pausing for dramatic effect.
No, nah. Why would I? I've already explained the whole thing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was so confused. Right, so would you, if there was a sequel that came out for Death Parade, would you watch that?
Of course. When it came out, or when I watched it, I'm like, I want more.
But not for another few years.
Nah, if there's ever a sequel, we are going to come back and cover the second season of Death Parade.
Alright. Yeah, because some of the things with anime...
Melo's got to go.
Oh.
So,
Yeah. Sorry.
it's all good.
Have a good rest of the cast.
Yeah. Now it's just us.
Because, oh, no. Damn it, Melo, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying?
I don't know.
God
You're talking about
damn
season...
you!
You're talking about possible season 2.
Yeah, season 2. Oh my god, my mind's all over the place.
Oh,
That's what I remember. Because with some anime, when they make it, like... Because normally, most anime is from a manga.
Yeah.
And with the anime, sometimes it doesn't get finished, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, it's like, okay, if I want to look up this... if I want to find out what happens with the rest of this anime, I'm gonna have to look up the manga, because I don't know. Is there another?
I don't think there's any more. I don't read manga.
Don't read manga.
I don't know why, but I just never read manga of anime.
Yeah.
I'm a anime purist for some reason.
Yeah, I'll read the manga if it's different from the actual anime.
Yeah.
Like, or if it continues off when the anime's ended, and you can see. So it's like if I want the rest of the story and I can't get it from anime, then I'm going to read the manga. But if the manga is different from the show, like take Walking Dead for example, the TV show and the comics are completely different.
Mhm.
Yeah, they actually finished the comics.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't read the comics.
Yeah, I haven't read them all either, but I've had, like, I know what happens at the end. It was issue 165 or something like that.
We're really getting off topic.
Yeah, we are.
We should get back to talking about the episodes. Like,
Alright, so what do you want to talk about?
there's the ice hockey one.
Yeah. I saw.
Really
Let me see if I can find something.
with the ice hockey episode, it starts off relaxed once again. Like, every episode starts off relaxed. But you know it's going to turn into a blood show.
Yeah, it always does.
It always turns into a blood show, and in this case, it wasn't really much of a blood show. It was just like people just getting really angry over ice hockey, which is probably the most natural reaction ever.
Okay, then.
Oh my gosh.
I got something for you here. Let's test your knowledge of the Death Parade.
We're going to do a quiz right now?
Yeah, I'll do a quiz right now.
Oh, wow.
How long has Decum, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name.
Decum,
yeah. How long has Decum been an arbiter for? 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or 3 years?
I'm going to say 4.
4? Okay.
Do you have the answer or not?
Oh, you got the last question wrong.
Oh, what was it?
5 years.
I'm not going to remember stuff like that.
How could you?
Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's go to the next question.
Come on.
Oh, what the hell type of quiz is this? There's only one question.
There's only one question.
I don't know, what is this? I don't know what this is.
Honestly, and also just so you know for now, like when I upload this, I'm not gonna do much editing to it. It's just gonna be, I'm literally just gonna upload it as it is for now.
Yeah, I get it.
Like until I get like. Oh. Hello.
Hi.
Just so you know, there's a lot of echo from yours. Like I can hear myself clearly. And also, as a heads up, this is being recorded for a podcast.
Do you like hearing yourself?
Yeah, I hear myself.
No, I mean, like, do you like your voice?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good voice.
Again,
You attract
I'll
a
just
lot of
repeat. This is being recorded for a podcast right now.
Okay. I'll be a fan. I'm a fan of your podcast.
Well, actually, you're in the podcast right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm supporting you. What are you live streaming?
No, right now we're talking about Death Parade.
I'm trying to find a quiz, but for some reason I cannot.
You're talking about people dying?
Well, we're talking about people that are already dead but don't know it until after they play a game.
Oh.
Very different circumstances.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
You sound like my daddy.
Okay.
Am I gonna have to kick you out?
Why?
Why? He did nothing wrong.
Just that phrasing.
What do you mean?
I mean what you said. It's just
I mean,
not
what you said,
appropriate.
it's just not appropriate.
How was that? That wasn't
Yeah, he takes.
How was that? That wasn't inappropriate.
Exactly.
Oh, well, you have to.
You don't
Oh,
understand.
Yeah, I do understand. You got a filthy mind.
Yeah, I can understand.
Take your mind out of others.
Take mind out of others.
You got find a damn
They got
crazy.
quite a damn creepers.
Yeah, Echo, do you have any headphones that you can plug
Do
in?
you have any headphones that you can plug in?
Yeah.
Do you mind plugging those in so it doesn't...
Do you mind plugging those in so it doesn't...
No.
We're not hearing like multiples of the
We're not hearing like
voices.
multiples of the voice.
I don't want to plug it in.
If you don't, I'm gonna have to remove you because
If you
it's
don't,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna have to
really
remove you
distracting
because
during the podcast.
podcast.
You can't remove me. I'll always be on here.
You wanna test that?
You wanna test that?
Yeah.
And then he just comes back a few seconds later.
He's there, but you can't join.
Can't join. Oh, you monster. He just wanted to be your friend and...
Yeah, he did just get permabanned.
You dumbass.
Oh my
I cannot
gosh.
believe you've done this. I cannot even.
Oh my gosh, he's trying to invite me to a to another chat room right now because I perma-blocked him.
Now you gonna join?
No.
Oh, I thought this was for fans of,
No.
you know, of Death Parade.
I don't want to be an asshole. I'm not a person that's going to be an asshole, but you know.
Yeah, what's to stop that person from messaging you then? 'Cause you're on Discord, you can get up private messaging.
This is sort of why I want to try and do it through Discord rather than Amino as well, because you're gonna have to get people that they're gonna just swear.
Yeah.
And well, like as he said, you use the word daddy instead of dad. I'm like,
Ooh, daddy.
I will admit I have a dirty mind.
Yeah,
I definitely have a dirty mind.
yeah.
But it's, you heard how he said it,
Yeah.
all that. It's hard not to think dirty.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what you're into, I'm not gonna judge you.
Okay, now that we got past that, let's get back to talking about the ice hockey
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, like it is literally by the end it's just two of them getting angry over ice hockey,
Yeah.
which is probably the most natural thing ever.
Yeah.
Because whenever you play ice hockey, someone gets mad.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite sports because I just love it because of people just bashing into each
Well,
other.
it was air hockey, not ice hockey.
Yeah, I know because that. Like, yeah, that's right. Why are we saying air hockey?
I don't know why we're saying ice hockey. We're talking
Yeah,
about
ice hockey.
air
Why are we
hockey.
saying ice hockey as air hockey? They got
Air
the
and ice.
things
They're
and
both like almost very similar when you think about it. It's just like
Yeah.
one's a tabletop sport and one's a natural sport.
Yeah, they you know, air hockey can get pretty violent.
Yeah, air hockey is just as violent
Just
as.
playing like I remember I used to play a friend at an arcade. You just like yeah, and it got to the point where you hit it and it went dong and just like spun out over.
So I'm pretty sure there is a clip out there of someone getting so angry they threw their thing at the other person
Yeah,
and
I'm
just
sure
got,
there is.
"You suck!"
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there is. Like, there's like clips on about everything.
There was one clip that I saw of like this person throwing a table tennis paddle at someone else,
Oh, is that?
and
like
then
the two
someone
kids?
else throws one at him and it hits him square in the nuts.
I remember watching this one thing in the two brothers and they're playing ping pong and the little one throws the paddle and he throws his ear. He's like, "Oh, what the?" And he throws it down. You see him, and he just He just walks up like this, and he like he moves the table around. And you see the rubber like.
I'm trying. I think there was another clip that I saw. It wasn't really like people getting angry, but it was like these two guys were just playing ping pong, and then they start just hitting it, and then one person's just like, because the other person messed up, they just catch the ball, and then it's like, did you hear Mario in that? It's like. I can't do the sounds that well. But they're just like, yeah.
Oh yeah. This is what I was talking about. This is like he throws the paddle.
Oh, I've seen that clip. He will get angry over tabletop sports.
Yeah, I'd love to see that in Death Parade.
Just imagine the second scene was just all tabletop sports.
Yeah.
And we actually get a proper episode of Death Billiards.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I can remember there was this one when they're in this anime and they're playing ping pong and the people are like, and it's really like an intense game and they're hitting the ping pong. You see one of the girls is just like, she hits the ball and the other one goes to hit it. It's like it's slow motion. You see just drinking the can of soda.
I nearly choked on my own spit for a moment. One scene that we didn't mention in Death Parade was the tennis scene. Remember?
Ah, yeah.
Where Elle and Lila played tennis.
Yeah.
We didn't mention that in the last episode because it wasn't really like one of the most memorable bits. But it is also that bit was also another clever thing for Elle and Light.
Yeah.
And their competition between each other being more than just the tennis match.
Did you ever, because I mentioned before there was the alternate ending for that in the manga, did you ever take a look at that?
No.
Ah, well, that's shit.
As I said, I don't read manga.
Yeah, you don't have to read it, you can just look it up on YouTube. It's like, goes
Yeah, I
5
know.
minutes.
I saw it come up once, but I just didn't watch it.
I just didn't watch it, alright. So how long's this going for? Because it's almost an hour. Are you stopping it at an hour? Or?
Well, when do you want to stop?
No, it's your video.
It's our video.
Oh, video.
Because,
It's
well,
on your channel.
Yeah, it's on my channel, but it's our video.
I'm like the visitor. Not that visitor.
I'm just trying to think what other ones. Like, there's the arcade episode where two people are playing arcade and they get really serious about it. Because whenever it's a game, it ends up just getting really serious.
Yeah, that's why like, what we should do is just like, because what's the next one we're doing?
Angels of Death.
Angels Death. Alright, so I haven't seen that one. I don't think I'm gonna have to. How many episodes is that?
It's 16.
16. Alright, I'm gonna.
You can watch it on Funimation.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna write notes in a notepad.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to bring that over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just
He does
talk
have his own
about-
notepad.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna talk about that. Just like write down the names of them.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a lot more beneficial for us to have the names written down.
Yeah.
Although, just writing the names down won't probably be too hard. Because actually, in Angels of Death, there's only 6 characters. So it's going to be a lot easier to remember the characters that we're talking about.
Unless they have really long names, so like 8 syllables.
No.
Yeah.
Like, the two main characters of that is like Rachel and Isaac.
Rachel and Isaac.
He calls himself Zack for short, though.
What the hell kind of anime name is that? Zach. It's like Blake. It's a bland. Ah.
How dare you diss that name?
No, I'm just saying for an anime, it seems
Yeah.
out of place. That's like, okay, you have a child that's born in Japan. Let's name him Bob. Yeah, that's like, can you spot the main anime protagonist? It's not the hair, it's not the outfit, it's the name.
It's the name. No, the main character is actually Rachel of that one, and Zack is like a secondary main character.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves now.
Do you wanna? So it's reaching now. Do you wanna end it here?
With the, I want to just talk about a few more of the.
Yeah, okay.
So with the arcade episode, like, they both get real serious about it after a bit, and there are moments where they go to the bathroom as well, which is very weird.
You mean like the settings get weird,
Yeah.
or the people?
The settings, because it's like, so it's a bar that has a functioning bathroom now.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? It's probably under maintenance. Well, they couldn't use it in the previous
I just
episodes.
like, it's purgatory. Like, you understand what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like purgatory. Do you really need to use the bathroom while in purgatory?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, you never know, because purgatory's not heaven or hell.
Yeah. I would have loved it if the bathroom made another appearance in the episode, but it was only for the one episode.
Yeah.
Like, I would have just loved it if it just appeared in another episode, even if it was just, I'm just going to the bathroom.
Would you be able to flush a toilet in purgatory? Because you don't.
That's why I would have loved it, because it's just like, I would have loved if they just had like a character just need to go to the bathroom, and then a few minutes later you just hear, and then it's just like, they have a fully functioning bathroom in purgatory. That is a fun place to be. A bar where you can just drink as much as you want.
What's a good bar? Have you ever? What was that name? There's this game. It was called Catherine, an anime game.
I've heard of it, but I haven't played it.
No, they released this new one. It was like Full Body Adventure or something like that, and they added an extra character in. But the bar setting in that, I like that one. That's pretty cool.
But yeah, if Purgatory was literally just a bar that had a functioning bathroom, I'd be like, yes, I can get drunk and use the bathroom. I'm good.
Alright.
Because I am of legal drinking age.
Okay, yeah. Let's do it.
Let's go and die together.
Alright. Die, okay. I didn't. Like Thelma and Louise. You know who they are?
I think so.
They drove off a cliff.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know it that well.
They're holding hands. You give me a hand like that, and they're like.
I haven't seen. It's an old show. That's why I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, also in the arcade episode, one of them is like going at it so hard that they break the handle off. Yeah. And honestly, at that point, I'd just be like, I broke the handle off, but they're still a bit sick of it. I just slam my hand on it and just use my hand as the actual like handle. Just like, yeah, and just keep going.
Why not use your hand as a button? Get button hand.
No, one hand for the buttons, and then I just slam my hand onto the broken handle, so I can still function the handle.
Yeah, if you put like the button here though, you can just go, like Ben 10.
Nah. So many references. But no, I'm talking about the arcade that they set up that they have in the episode.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I'll just be like, just slam my hand onto the broken bit of the handle and just like, I'm gonna just go. I'm good to go. Keep playing and win.
Yeah. It was a nice looking handle. Well, I mean, it wasn't anything like the button, but the handle was. You know, that's impossible. I guarantee you, no one can go through life and press a button where there's a sign that says, "Don't press this button," or you can't win. Okay, if you see a big button, you have to press it.
That is very funny because there's actually a game out there that is about not pressing a button. And I think it's literally just called "Don't Press the
Yeah.
don't press the red button or something.
Yeah, but you see, you can't win. If someone tells you to press a button, you press it. If someone tells you don't, then really they're using reverse psychology.
Yeah,
And you're gonna want to press
it's
it.
always reverse psychology when you talk about pressing buttons.
Crazy.
But was it? I'm trying to think. Was it Desmond that actually set up the handle braking on the arcade, or not? Or
I think it was him.
like he just presses a button on a controller,
Yeah, I think it was him.
and that controller has so many functions, even though it has 2 buttons. It's like each episode is just like, we're gonna give this controller different functions.
How do you know they're not switching out the buttons?
No, it's the exact same controller every time, and it's always the same 2 buttons, but it does different things every time.
Maybe it's like,
Because
his
like
mind, he's thinking, okay, I want to go here, and he's just pressing the buttons for dramatic effect.
yeah,
Or it could be like a Willy Wonka. Have you ever seen his elevator?
yeah, the Great Glass Elevator.
Yeah, it goes up and down, side to side, diagonal, vertical, hexagonal.
Hexagonal.
You like a hexagon?
Yeah.
It's like a hexagon mixed.
So it's like it goes like.
Yeah, it's like hexagon and diagonal and mixed together.
Like at the very end, like he uses that controller a fair bit as well, like to take Chiyuki to her house, even though it's not actually her house. It's just like the void area.
The void, the nexus.
Yeah,
The unknown.
you actually sort of get to see the void, which is pretty cool. It's just like a pit.
Yeah, like the Sarlacc pit from Star Wars.
Yeah. Although you never really get to see the bottom of the Sarlacc pit, do you? I've never watched.
Ah, well they
Star Wars.
actually. Yeah, you do get to see it in the comics in Legends.
Ah.
How Boba Fett escaped.
Well,
Real.
right now we're recording a podcast, so if you're gonna talk,
It's gonna be over soon.
it's gonna be over soon. But like,
Speak your piece.
yeah, speak your piece.
No. Yeah, speak your piece.
Oh, I think they're just gonna keep themselves muted for some reason.
Okay.
Although, just from what we just heard, they're probably Russian. It sounds like they're
wrong with
Russian. It just sounds Russian to me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And
I
also
didn't even hear it.
the
Didn't
name,
hear anything.
their account name, sort of. Because Anastasia is like a person. In history, Anastasia is usually associated with a person from Russia. I think it was.
Yeah.
I forget the history of it.
Well, you know, if I was a girl named Anna, I'd be like, no, you know what? I want to add more class to my name.
Sure.
Anastasia.
Sorry. We're getting sidetracked. By the way, Cloud, my channel name is TMScientist, and the other Bailey's channel is TotalGamerJunkie.
Yeah. I do a lot of Life is Strange content.
Yeah. There's not really much other things to talk about in the anime. There was the one episode with the detective and the students.
Yeah.
I forget what they were playing though. It wasn't the ice. It wasn't air hockey.
No.
It wasn't the arcade.
What was it? It wasn't basketball.
No, it wasn't basketball. I don't think there was even basketball in it.
It wasn't basketball. There wasn't football.
No,
There was no
There's-
baseball.
they don't do ball sports other than bowling. Because, like, baseball, basketball, all those, they're not really, like, ones that you can contain that well. Like, basketball you can. I get that. But football, you can't really. And also, baseball. You definitely cannot contain baseball at all. You need a whole pitcher's field for that.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know what the sport is.
Well, it's not really a sport; it's a game.
Yeah, the game, but I don't know what the game was. What sport?
There was also the old lady that shows up by herself.
Who was that old lady?
I don't know, but it was obviously tied to Chiyuki as well, because what ends up happening.
Нихуя непонятно, но очень интересно.
Did you catch that?
No,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure I'm 100%. I'm almost like 90% sure that was like Russian.
I think she said 1 year, and I didn't catch the rest. Alright, so we got more to talk about, or is that?
Like
А вас там несколько?
Okay. Yeah,
like in that episode with the old lady, it's just like the three of them playing Old Maid, I think it was.
Hold on, look it up.
Чего?
We are talking about Death Parade, which is an anime.
Да, я знаю, ржачный пиздец.
Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Old Maid that they were playing, and the old lady ends up winning the game.
Yeah, alright, it says here she was in Death Billiards, and that was her anime debut, and she cameoed in episode 10.
No, there was an old man.
Yeah, but there was an old woman as well.
No.
Ты с кем там разговариваешь? У тебя раздвоение личности?
I think I know what you mean now. So it wasn't really like she appeared in the actual bar. She was just like a memory sort of thing, I think it might have been.
Sure.
Because the old lady does talk about her husband dying as well.
Yeah, and I think, because I haven't seen Death Billiards, but
Same.
that might be a part of it.
So there's much more of a tie-in at the end than we realised. With the fact that the old lady is related to the old man from Death Billiards.
Yeah.
That's a fun little universe there. It brings it all around.
You're gonna have to look this up.
Yeah, other than like the whole like taking Chiyuki to a carbon copy of her house and giving her the choice of like pressing the button or not, like Chiyuki has a chance, can press the button to take the place of someone else, but it might end up being one of her family.
Yeah, but the question isn't taking over one of her family. That's not the issue. It's like the real problem is if she doesn't do it, then she'll never press the button. She'll have to spend the rest of her purgatory life knowing that she can never press that button again.
But yeah, but the fact that if she presses the button, there's also the fact that she could replace one of her family.
Guess about that. This is a button we're talking about.
Yeah, the button has such a big, like it
There are no
has
winners.
a big. The choices are so big, and it has so many consequences to such a choice. Because like you can, if you press the button, you replace anyone. She could even end up replacing her mum.
Yeah.
Which is completely against what she wants. Yeah.
What does it say?
It's Russian. That was right.
What is that one? It's driving a tank. See that? Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's really it, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess that is. I'm sure there's more, but next time we'll come prepared.
Yeah.
I'll bring some notes.
Yeah, you're gonna bring some notes. I'm gonna bring my memory. Because I don't rewatch episodes.
Yeah.
Unless I have to for researching on a theory,
Alright.
which was mainly just 2 anime that I did, really. Anyways, that is the end of the podcast.
Okay.
Next podcast is on Angels of Death, and there is also the other podcast I've got next week as well, which is going to be on the Happy Huntresses from Ruby.
Okay.
So links to my YouTube page and my Twitter page will be down below, along with a link to Amino, because at the moment I can only use Amino. Hopefully at some point can use the Discord chat room.
Чего?
It's Optimus Prime.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
О май гад.
Just having that happen.
Oh, боже.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you know when the next video comes out. I won't put a link to the lab that I have on Discord. Should I?
Oh, it depends, you know, if you want people to...
Yeah, I'll put it there. Like, just links to, like, all my stuff and also Bailey's channel.
Okay.
Anyway, so, I'm the Mad Scientist. Mad Scientist, out.
Yeah. See you.